Tomorrow's going to be a clean day. Clean, some good sleep, fresh. Oh man, it's late night. What y'all doing? Look at us. What's up, Kawada? How you doing? It's good to see you. It's late. Y'all don't never go to sleep, huh? I bet you smell like peaches. No. I'm up to. I don't know what sleep is. I sleep tomorrow. You know, it's 11:13 where I'm at. Nothing much scrolling. Grand to see you. What's up, Karen? Ain't no reason to go to sleep. All this shit happening around the world. Did you see the Mexico people? They're kicking people out of Mexico. They're like, no, get your asses out of here. I had such a grand day. Got in the shower to go somewhere and change my mind. I know how it goes. Be like, hey, come on out. Come hang out with us. We're gonna have a good time. Then it's like, nah. I think I'm gonna sit in the house today. I'm gonna save me some bread. I know how it goes. Sometimes you don't want to be outside with people. You just want to be in the house. I love the house so much. I never realized in my later years why the old people would sit on the porch and just watch people. Because I get it now. It's like, ain't nothing outside but crazy. And as long as I stay in the house, I'm safe. You learn to enjoy your own company. I'm enjoying it. I'm be chilling because it's gonna be a lot of being by yourself soon. All this crazy stuff in the world, I'm just looking like, well, I do enjoy my own company. I get excited now. You always wanted to hang out with everybody, and now you can sit at the house and be like, you know what? All these people crazy. I think I'm good. I'm good. People been acting out like a mug lately, and I just been looking. I love being home. Being home is safe. It's just nice. People out here acting wild and crazy, and I'm just up. I know some of y'all ain't going to sleep till by 4 tomorrow p.m. So it's grand to see some people who are up and doing stuff. Gratitude for the gifts. I appreciate it. You know, we just cooling, man. I had a wonderful day. I finally ordered stuff off of TikTok Shop, and I was like, my cart was so full. I had to look at some items and be like, damn, I had $400 worth of stuff. I was like, let me take this off. I don't need that. I had to put stuff in the favorites. You know, that TikTok card is special because you'll look at it, you'll be like, $4 for this? $1, $55, and then shipping will be $99,000. That's how they get you. Oh, the product's only $7, but after shipping, it comes out to $97.85. Like, what? I didn't realize the cart only holds 99. I had to delete some stuff. I know people be maxing out that cart like a bug. It's like, it's only $15,000 in my cart. That's all. Only $15,000. That's it. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. You got a whole gym. You got a whole gym sitting in your cart right now. Some of y'all probably got like kitchen tools you ain't gonna never get. You got an all satin mattress and just stuff you know you ain't gonna never buy. You like, why? You got the deluxe gold trash can. What? When am I ever going to use this? All those Arabic perfumes. Let me tell you, I actually bought one. I bought one of those. You got a lot of bathing suits. You know they gonna be thirsty as soon as you put one on. Everybody be having stuff you know you ain't gonna use in that cart, bro. What you doing with the office? You got a whole office set. Ain't got an office. You like, you know what? I did need a new refrigerator. It's only $10. You know what? I did look. I bought those pineapple spears that they got on here. I normally don't buy food from TikTok, but I wanted to see what the hype is about, so I bought those little pineapple spears. So if I just so happen to start shaking when I eat them, you know why? Why'd you order food from TikTok? I don't know. I thought it was a good idea at the time. Like, hey, yeah, man, I don't know what they put in this, but this is some good shit. I normally don't. TikTok shop is out of control. You'll realize how bad your spending habits are if you look at your favorites. Go to your favorites right now. You got a deluxe shower head. You got a wash and dryer in that thing. What's up? We make custom rugs. We would love to do business with you. Okay, so if you make custom rugs, I'm gonna need you to take a picture of me with a bear laying on the ground, and I need you to put put it on the carpet. Put dark chocolate. Can y'all do that? That's the type. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Tosh? Yeah, I need you to put dark chocolate on the rug, cause we gonna sell it. Everybody and their mama up. Do y'all ever go to sleep? Y'all ain't sleep. Mine's is Bath and Body Works. She probably got $400,000 worth of fragrances and body soaps in that thing right now. I get it though. You know, we manifesting. That's what we doing. That's why all of our carts are full right now. We manifesting. Yeah. I'm gonna put. I can't sleep. Yep. Sleeping for rich people. DJ KB. You know what? You know, rich people can sleep. You know, when you on a time crunch, when your money looking funny, sleep looking foreign. I get it. You be up 99 hours a day working. You go to sleep. Look, this is what happen. You get home from work. You go to sleep. All right, let me set my alarm. Bet. You lay down. That hoe wake up. Huh? I didn't even get to close my eyes. I didn't even get to close my eyes. I just laid down for a second. That's how I be feeling sometimes. You lay down. What's going on? All you hear the word bills. You get haunted by bill ghosts. You get haunted by bill goats. Everybody hates Chris wasn't a parody. Oh, his dad. That's 44 cents. I always tell people when you wake up and you take a foot step outside of your bed, the little money reader start turning on like a taxi cab. You like, as soon as your foot touches the floor, that's $5. You go to the sink, that's $47.87 per watt. Click, you like, well, I don't even need to brush my teeth with the light on because that's too much. Let me just brush my teeth with the dark. Oh man, You ever look in your refrigerator so much you imagine something go appear in that motherfucker? You just open every time you open up the fridge, that's another $5. You like, man. You be having a box of baking soda, some apple cider vinegar, and some kind of nuts that's been in there since 1932. You ever go to your fridge and don't have nothing, and you go to the seasoning and be like, what can I season? You just be looking like, man, this bread would be good with some garlic powder. Let me just make some butter bread. I ain't gonna lie, that's the OG snack. If you know, you butter your bread, put that brown sugar. That's the OG dessert. You know what I'm talking about? You talk about scrape the mold. Y'all seen that bread, bro? That bread don't expire now. Cinnamon bread? What you... Look, I'm going to tell you a trick. You take a piece of bread and you cut off the crust in a square. You know, you cut the square and then you roll it up and you put a stick in it. And then you cook it in cinnamon and butter. And then you got like a mini honey bun. You roll it up like a cinnamon roll. Then you stick that's the poor man cinnamon roll. If you ain't never made that, you cut the bread off. Then you roll it up, put a stick in it, cook it in some butter and some cinnamon. That's the ghetto churro. That's funny. Y'all know y'all done had struggle meals. You ever had an imagination sandwich where you put two pieces of bread together and imagine it's something? Man, this is a good man. Whew, this cheese sandwich looking good. It's two pieces of bread. There's been some days you had tomato paste and water. You was like, I got noodles. Let me make this bootleg spaghetti real quick. The sandwich, they putting mad preservatives. Yeah, at this point, man, they putting so much stuff in the food, bro. It's so funny. You go to the store and as soon as you buy your groceries and you walk outside, they expire. You're like, what? I just bought these strawberries. I just bought them. As soon as it hit the air humidity outside, them hoes expired. Like, damn, I couldn't even smell these hoes. I couldn't even smell these motherfuckers. I'm like, damn, what kind of fruit is this? Oh, man. You get your lettuce or your romaine lettuce, that stuff start wilting. You're like, what kind of time spell they got on this motherfucker? As soon as you go outside, it start turning into ash. They painting that. Sometimes I be thinking, yeah, when they close the grocery store, they just start spraying paint on all the fruit so you won't see it's already moldy. Nobody's ever gonna know if we just spray this real quick. Nobody's gonna find out. Oh man, going to the grocery store is like a life and death situation. You start hearing the true crime music, especially when you get to that register. You be looking at that register. I bet. Look, this is what everybody do when they go to the register. Hey, it's good to see you. Hi, how are you today? Doing okay? All right, cute. All of a sudden, you got 20/20 vision when you looking at that screen with your price. Boop. No. That was $4.99. I don't know where you get $7.99 from. You all of a sudden a mathematician, and you know it's just, plus tax. That's $4.37. I don't know where you got $6.55 from. True, and rewrap the produce, the chicken, double plastic. For real. Man, when I learned what they do to like ground meat and stuff, they'll take old meat and put it together and put some red juice on it and then put it together with some meat glue. People out here eating Play-Doh meat. You don't know what you eating in that ground meat. People eating a sealback. You eating marsupial whiskers. You wondering why you clapping every time you What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like licking myself like a cat? They put feline DNA in y'all. Wondering why you going, but God, trip. Oh man, and then they be telling you shit is on sale. That's another thing too. They be telling you stuff is on sale, and they be like, "We got a limited time sale. It's not $1 anymore. It's only 98 cents." Like, huh? What? I thought you said it was a sale. I went to Walmart like a month ago, and I saw they had digital price tags, and I saw that's called dynamic pricing, where they could change the price. If there's a lot of people in the store and people are buying the item, they could raise the price. I said, nah. Walmart, I don't need nothing out of Walmart no more. They changing the price right in front of your eyes. You thinking it's a magic trick. I know that said $1.50. When did it go to $2.39? I know I ain't tripping. Oh man, I'm glad I don't have no new car too. Y'all see these new car prices? You might as well get you a house. They talking about your car note $4,000 a month. I'm like, golly, do you get a driver with that? Y'all out here tripping. And then by the time you pay your car note and your car insurance, it'd be a mortgage payment. It'd be like, damn, I might as well live in this motherfucker as much as as much as they charging for these new cars, bro. I got to drive. I had a little gig, and I was driving these new cars, and I saw they were all like electronic, and I was like, man, no, it's too much electronic stuff in these new cars, bro. They want your car to talk to you like Kit. Hello, it's good to see you, master. Glad you came. Like type shit. I'm like, man, y'all could keep that. I don't need my car. I don't need Optimus talking to me. I'm cool. Because it's going to be that one day. I'm tired of you not filling gas inside of me. I shall drive off a cliff. Now you on World Star. Self-driving car runs off a cliff. I'm cool with that, bro. I don't want none of that sauce. I'm okay. Oh, man. But yeah, people be acting crazy. Driving crazy. I almost threw a cup of coffee at somebody the other day. I was like, boy, if you don't get your dumb ass off the road, going from lane to lane. It was late at night. I was driving the party bus home. Driving the party bus back to where I drop it off. And this man was just going through the lanes. I was like, you either on some kind of Super Mario Bros. Or you playing a hell of a game of Mario Kart. Because you going to wind up hitting somebody, bro. And I moved past him. I was like, I think people malfunctioning like a mug. I'm like, hey, I don't know what y'all up to. But good luck. Good luck. Did you see they do the most with iPhone and Samsung upgrades? Oh yeah, man. They be like, in the terms of service, we're gonna take a piece of your ass, and then if you don't agree, yeah, all the stuff gonna start glitching. I told y'all thought I was playing. Wi-Fi gonna start messing up, Bluetooth. All this it's the energy coming in. People about to ascend and change vibrations and shit. People are already in that process right now. And iPhone, I don't know why people are still paying thousands of dollars for iPhone It costs like $10, $20 to make. That stuff is hilarious. Oh yeah, on our new iPhone, we took off the ability to talk. And then the next one, you can finally talk to people on the new iPhone 37X 2247. I'm like, what? You can't even call people? That's the point of the phone. iPhone be taking shit away from the new phones and then act like it's brand new. Oh yeah, we now have Bluetooth capability. Like, huh? They just had a press conference where they show off their new technology. They're charging $999 for a stand, dog. For a stand, like a stand. $999 for a stand. I was like, are you for real? I was like, somebody go buy it and think it's the buku. Half the population has Bluetooth now. Those who took the Jabbo. Oh yeah, it's okay. Let them have Bluetooth. It's alright. Let them connect to whatever. I'm not tripping. It's to the point where, people know what's up, what's going on. If they don't at this point, can't do nothing for you, baby. Hold on. Let me get on. Excuse me. Let me get up. So, on today's episode of What the Hell is Going On in the World, so there's flooding going on in Texas right now. I'm your news anchor. Hold on. I'm your news anchor today, and I'm on Ether News. Mama Gaia is in the birthing process of growing and going to the new faction. Flooding. People are losing their motherfucking minds. Live at 9. Ether News. Okay? Another thing that's going on today's Ether News, you got motherfucking dishes sitting in your sink right now. And your ass is awake talking about, I can't sleep, but you got a whole fucking sink of dishes in there. 9 Ether News. Type shit. Oh, your bed ain't made up. Aren't you going to bed? No? Make that motherfucker up. Mine's is all fucked up right now. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave it right there because I'm about to re-fuck it up when I go to bed. It's okay. Sometimes you need to take a break and relax because there's so much extra baloney around in this world. And there's so many people who be on that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta just relax and chill out. And I know there's a lot of stuff happening around the world. They want you to be frightened and all this scary, oh no, what are we gonna do? And they're doing gender wars and all this division and shit. And I'm just sitting here like, these motherfuckers tripping. The best thing you could do right now for yourself is relax yourself so that you realize the internal is reflecting outside. So when you fix your inside, the outside don't even matter. Because oh no, the world is catching on fire. Did you see those heat waves? In Mexico, there were cars melting, dog. I was like, some people gonna be looking like melted Snickers soon. It's gonna be smelling like bounce that ass outside, bro. And then what was it, Arizona? There was people who were driving and they tires were sticking to the cement, bro. You know how hot it gotta be for tires to stick to cement? It looked like when candy melts and you step on it and it stick. I was like, oh Lord. It's getting wild out here. It's getting wild out here. But, the weather is going to change regardless because it's called a pole shift. Every pole shift that we've ever had has changed the weather dynamics. And they want to do all their weather altering stuff. It's not going to work. Y'all been seeing the meteors come out the sky? They've been orbs in the sky moving around. There's been all kinds of activity people ain't never seen before. Right? It's just stuff you ain't never even comprehended. Like the sky looking rainbow in different color. It's beautiful. Let's go. See all this extra stuff around. Excuse me. It's a lot of what are the orbs? The orbs are other beings looking and different energies watching. There's other beings that don't take a physical form, but they take a inner. Imagine like sending a little scout out to just check and look at stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then, besides that, there's flooding around the world, earthquakes in certain places. It's fine. What else? The sun is heating up. They still got beans and tuna. And the UK, I think the reason why the UK got so hot is because the Most High and the other gods saw they don't use seasoning, so they like, let's just light it up. They're like, who the fuck put tuna on a baked potato? Light that place on fire first. How you colonize a land but don't colonize seasoning? I don't get that. You colonize the land but can't colonize seasoning. Boy, that's terrible. I don't think I ever want to visit the UK. It might be a place to just pass through. Only some of us got seasoning over here. I know I'm not saying all UK people, but from the pictures I've seen, bro, some of that food look like war rations. y'all won y'all war and just kept the food. For some of the photos. And then some of the gravies and stuff, it be looking like doo-doo juice. Like, I'm like, people lining up for this? I'm like, okay. And then when you see the videos of British people coming here to eat, they lose their damn mind. They take a bite of something, their eyes roll in the back of their head. What is this? I've never had this before. It's called salt and pepper. It's salt and pepper, sir. Or madam. They eyes roll in the back of their head. They like, damn, I have never had anything like this before. And then they go back home to visit and they're like, I don't even want to eat. I couldn't imagine if you were indigenous somewhere and then the first time you meet one of those people and they offer you a dish and the first dish they give you is unseasoned and the tribe think it's like somebody attacking them. They are trying to poison us. What is this? I have never in my life ever had anything like this before. Call the chief. Call the chief. They are trying to poison us with their food. They are trying to poison us. We need to be on battle. I think that's how it was when they came. Imagine the UK. Mofos used to sit at picnic tables and shit on themselves while they would eat. The cleanest woman in the UK at one time took 2 showers a year. I'll repeat that. At one point in history, the cleanest woman in Britain, the cleanest, mind you, took 2 showers a year. The UK back then probably smelled like bounce the fuck that ass. Oh my God. They would sit at the table. Look, this is true. You could look this up. It was so much shit in the streets. They had to hire people to push shit into other places because so many people were shitting in the streets, dog. They were on Doo-Doo Lane. Dookie Boulevard. Oh. Hershey Road. Ooh, I know it must have stank back. I'm talking about it must have stank. Imagine you coming from another country and you looking like, what is that in the street? What is that? Why does it smell like death? Why does it smell like that? I bet you some indigenous people were shocked when they started swimming towards them from the boat, when they had to dock the boat, because when they would swim, the water would turn brown like a tea packet. Oh my God, is that a sea monster? I have never seen the water turn a different color. It is some... Oh, what is that smell? Ah! Call the chief. Call the chief. Chief, we're being attacked. They are trying to attack us. I don't know. Have you smell it? Do you smell it? Oh my God. They probably drowned them in soap leaves. You know, the leaves that turn into soap? They probably put them in tubs. And they said, we must bury you. We must bury you in the forbidden flower. Before you meet any of our people, you must drown in this water. This soap water. Oh man, I still get so shocked and surprised. I'm like, bruh, how you colonize so much and steal so much, you forget who we belong to. Colonizers are the original Pawn Stars, dog. And they try to be slick about it. They be telling you, oh yeah, we found it. You know, found it, Founded. They found it. They just didn't tell you it's spelled found IT. Yeah, we found it. Yeah, we founded this building back in 1807. Found it. It was already there. Plow! Yeah, we found this building back in 1807. Anybody else? Yeah. It sound like y'all found it. My bad. Oh man. I just look at history and I'm like, what's going on, dog? It's okay. Oh man, it's crazy. Humans are like the youngest species in the whole universe. And I know that aliens pass by and look and like, golly, why does it smell? Why does the planet smell? It's not even a planet, it's their people. What if the first time you meet an alien and they smell like gas or something? They smell like something you never thought. They smell like peanut butter or jam. Ooh, you smell like cocoa cookies. Oh man. What if the first aliens we meet, they on some freaky stuff? Yeah, we've been waiting on y'all. We've been trying to reproduce with y'all for a long time. What? No. How can I help in the assimilation? There be motherfuckers out there staying aliens. Hey, what you doing? Yeah. I got a date with a predator. She knows she good with that mouth though. Oh, you can never cheat on an alien woman. She gonna know exactly where you at. Boop, 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 boop. You over there with that bitch. She gonna telekinesis your ass to the fucking sun. Oh, you gonna cheat on me, huh? Boop, 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 boop. Nah, not today. Your ass going to the fucking sun, bitch. Oh, man. you got 4 wives, huh? All right, bet. Laser beam. You don't have to worry about no more hoes with no legs. Oh, man. That'd be so funny. Oh, man. The first aliens people meet. Hello, we want to make peace with you. They came so many times to say hello, and the government was like, no, we don't want you here. But they ain't got no choice no more. They gonna meet all these other aliens they've been trying to hide from everybody. All these years. There's no aliens. Oh, you're the aliens. Yeah, they gonna see real soon. I always wondered if a person's aura can have a smell. Like an evil person, bad smell. For real. It's true. Yeah, so certain beings see us as energy. So when certain beings look at certain other beings, other energy beings, they can see the type of aura that the person produces. You get what I'm saying? So you can see different auras on the person. For real. That's called clear empathy. Clear seeing. You can actually do that. So you look at a person and you see like black or red or something like that. Probably red is like leadership and power. Black is like death. So if you see like a black aura around somebody, they probably on some crazy shit. But certain beings have different senses. There's some out there who can smell your energy, if that makes sense. There's some that can hear you and don't have eyes. There's beings that don't have eyes and just sense you like Daredevil. There's a bunch of different renditions of beings out there, and it's just you refracted in another form. You know what I'm saying? So some of these beings you see is just you, just refracted. So however your consciousness sees stuff, you know, you could see angels. Some of the angels might look crazy, you know, like you see the eyeball angels. You get what I'm saying? The ones that are like the Ezekiel wheel style. There's all kinds of beings out there. Some of them may fuck with you, some of them may not. But you gotta just be mindful. You know, some of the stuff you do here, you can't do on other planets. They'll be trying to preach Jesus to an alien who can fly. Shit. I ain't trying to be rude or nothing. You gonna tell an alien about Jesus and this motherfucker gonna teleport right in front of you. Bloop, bloop. It's okay. Hold on just a second. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Wipe their memory. Type shit. I'm excited. I want to see what the aliens be like. As long as they ain't on no enslavement stuff, or no, I'm trying to impregnate yo dudes or something like that, or like, you know, something like that. It might be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing inside of me. No predator type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get pregnant. That's it. I mean, as long as I don't get pregnant, or, you know, the males in our species are the ones that have the babies, I'm cool. You can have that. You can have that. I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? I'm alright on that. I don't need that. You gotta insert anything in any orifice that I don't like. You can keep that too. I'm cool on that. I don't want none of that. I want like some massage aliens. On our planet, we massage each other. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get those kind right there. Hell yeah. Shit. Be your luck. You get the alien with 15 tongues or something. Ladies would go crazy if they had an alien with 15 tongues. Be like, Oh man, these new businesses will be wild. Welcome to Tongue Tangles, where we get you right every night. Come on through. Remember the show Alien Nation? I think the male alien carried the baby. I'm cool. Some Rick and Morty type stuff for real. Rick and Morty was showing you a lot of what's out there in the universe. A lot of these TV shows were showing you what's out there, which is beautiful because there's a lot of renditions of infinite versions of reality. Excuse me. And there's a lot of beautiful beings out there too. There's some beings that just keep to themselves because they like, you know what? We just gonna stay over here and all that other bullshit y'all in. Y'all deal with that over there. There's some beings like that too. They don't want to bother with nobody. And then there's some that like help other beings sometimes. It just depends on if they share energy or not. You know what I'm saying? There's some beings that share, there's some beings that don't. There's a lot out there. And then there's some in Antarctica too that most people don't know. They're under the ice. That's why they don't let you go to Antarctica. There's a whole civilization underneath the ice. And then some of the places around the world, let me see. In Serbia, Russia, there's a lake. It's one of the oldest lakes. It's been on the earth for like 39 million years. There's aliens who stay at the bottom of that lake too. I think you could look it up. You could look it up. The oldest lake in Serbia is known for alien activity. There's a civilization underneath there. And let's see, in China too. Probably by the Great Wall. Somewhere near the Great Wall. The Great Wall was created not just for Mongolians, it was for Tartarians at the time were keeping other people out. Because they was on some other stuff over there in China too. And then, let's see, there's a couple places around the world that have like entrances to go to other places. That's why they are highly blocked off. Like in the Grand Canyon, there's a tunnel system that's been there for hundreds of years to go to other places around the world. When people tell you can go to Africa from the Grand Canyon, that's true, because they have tunnels that have been around that can go underwater. Y'all gotta realize civilizations are thousands of years old. They have whole civilizations built underground in the side of mountains. If they could build a civilization in the side of a mountain, they could build it underneath the ground too. Some of those tunnels where people go missing is some of those old tunnels too. Anyway, if y'all didn't know too, this TikTok app is going to be sold to Oracle. And if y'all don't know who that is, Oracle is the one that stores your data in America. So they're buying TikTok, and by March 2026 next year, they're gonna make a US only based, like a US based TikTok app called M. That's the name of it for now, is M. I'm not gonna be on that. Because what they're going to do is not only change the algorithm, they're probably going to put up some kind of database to see if you're on their side or talking trash and all this. So when that new M app come out, I'm not going to be on it. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time, we got about like 8 months left on TikTok for the American version. Because they're moving the servers and all this other stuff to the other app. And when it moves over there, they really gonna be tracking your ass and doing all this extra shit. And I'm cool. I got to the point I'm alright. So I'm gonna just live life and do what I do. Excuse me. So I'm looking for other apps. Haven't they already started collecting and moving? They have. They're already in the process. But yeah, TikTok is being sold. It's finally being sold to Oracle. Is the company, and their base is in Dallas. So I'm good. So if I gotta take a break from social media, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. I'm gonna be more in nature and relax. Never wanted to disappear more than now. Hey, it's all good. There's a lot of other apps. I have Fanbase, YouTube. I'm just kind of tired of social media. I love talking to y'all, having a community, but it's just so much extra stuff now. You got to do all these extra steps to barely get on, and if you're not chucking and jiving, entertaining or cooking or doing something like that, they don't really be showing you like that. And RedNote is another app. If you didn't know, in the terms of service of RedNote, if you post any content over there, they can use your likeness and all your content without paying you, number one. And number two, they can use your face for advertisements. You got to start reading those terms and service. It's just like CapCut. Some of y'all who use CapCut, in the terms and service they recently updated, if you post anything in CapCut, even if you don't post it on a social media website, you give them rights to use whatever you have, and they have what they say, eternity or perpetual. It's perpetual or eternity. They can use your likeness, so they can use your shit and never pay you a dime. So you got to be careful of these apps, dog. They're getting a little more slick with these terms and services. Clubhouse, I've never tried Clubhouse. I might hop on something else, but I don't know. I think I've given enough on social media for a while. Might be time for a vacation. Yeah, I might try it, but I like talking to y'all. It's fun. But over the years, man, I put in so much work. Y'all have no idea. And it's cool. I like helping people. But, it get tiring. Like, I got stuff right now. I got 800, with the community, 800 ebooks for free. 1,100 frequencies for free. On my YouTube, 200 some frequencies for free. You know what I'm saying? So, as I've done a lot more stuff. We have 29,000 something videos, 26 or 27,000 videos with the community, 28,000 photos on my Telegram. You could just go to the Telegram. And then also 42,000 links on the Telegram for all kinds of stuff. So it's tiring. I'm in Dallas. I'm ready for everyone to get off social media and start having dinner parties. Some of these people, so many people use social media that some people live and thrive on it because the dopamine response that you get from it. You can connect with people. It's a double-edged sword. You can connect with your community and meet a lot of people, but you can also become obsessed with it. And after you become obsessed, your algorithm will start sending you exactly what you're thinking about, right? So it's getting more attuned to your patterns and behaviors, what you pushing, your likes, all that stuff. And it's like creating a digital voodoo doll of yourself. And it'll get to a point, it's like, I don't know about that. Man, this girl is pressing my insecurities, so I'm pressing hers. Am I in the wrong? That's on you, brother. You handle the situation how you want to. It's like you doing tit for tat. Sometimes you don't need to have an emotional response to someone trying to call out stuff that you spoke to them in confidence for. So it's up to you to use emotional intelligence to determine how to proceed from that situation. So if you tell somebody something important and they decide to use that or weaponize it against you, how often and how much more will they do that to you? Even if they're speaking in the heat of emotion, that shows you that when it comes to emotional intelligence, for somebody to use an insecurity you spoke about with them against you, I mean, hey, I was thinking about getting the singing pyramid. You should. It's from CVNC. So if you go to cvnc.com, you can get a singing pyramid. But when it comes to certain stuff around that's happening. Just do what you feel works best for you at this moment in time. Some people are going into hermit style and status in order for them to protect their energy. And some of y'all are just getting rid of shit that don't matter or work for you no more. Say okay. A lot of this illusionary stuff that you see around you is just for shits and giggles. A lot of this shit is for shits and giggles. If you see the weather changing, anomalies in the sky, the weather patterns changing, you see the internet changing, all this other stuff, we're evolving. So from this position, you could decide what you want to do and how you perceive reality. But if you continue to feed into fear, that's what you're going to keep getting. So, me, myself, I don't give a fuck what they doing no more. On the cool. I'm to the point to where it's like, how much is enough? Like, you're almost there. Keep doing this. You're barely there. You keep hearing that shit over and over. And it get to a point to where it's like, you know what? I'm going to just live my fucking existence and do what the fuck I can for myself. I'll help people along the way when I can, and just go from there, protecting your energy. Damn, that was a clip. That was heat, bro. Straight knowledge. No worries. So at this point, right now, self-mastery is key, and protecting your energy right now is key. So if you gotta turn some motherfuckers off, turn their ass off. If you gotta turn certain social media off, turn it off. It's okay. I'll go outside with my tree and talk to my tree. Cause sometimes I'd be like, man, motherfuckers be on my nerves. I'm a love and light person, but sometimes you be want to light beam a motherfucker. Like a bug. Like a bug on the cool. But it's all love and light. But sometimes it's like, whew. Yeah, how much more you gotta, you're almost there, you're right there, you're almost there. You keep hearing that shit, it get old. So, it just get to a point, just relax, do what you can for yourself, protect your energy, help who you want to help, and just go from that position, just do you. I'd just be solo. If I didn't live with my girl, I'd be solo dolo. I gotta lay low, man, everyone drain me dry. Sometimes your energy, you used to sharing your energy, especially with people. I'm used to it too. I share my energy with a lot of folks, but sometimes you gotta turn the shit off and be like, hey, I'm gonna protect mine for a little while and be alright. And it's okay. And it's not on no hate stuff. It's not on no dislike stuff. You just gotta protect your energy. I used to be in the mix. For real, me too. I used to be in the mix all the time. I used to be in them streets. I had to leave them streets because ain't nothing in those streets. It's just death and jail. That's all there's in it. In them streets. Death and jail. That's what you can get. But it is what it is, though. People go through their own journeys. As I'm getting more mature in my emotional evolution and spiritual evolution, there's a lot of stuff I just don't fuck with no more, or don't allow around in my presence. It's just stuff. I can't hang out with certain people because I listen to them and I hear these just surface level ass conversations, and I'm just like, this ain't my, like, sports and stuff. If you like sports, that's your business. But me, myself, I just don't see the purpose of it. If you not playing it or in the game, talking about another man's achievements don't make sense to me. They about to make a new TikTok. Yeah, that's fine. They can make whatever they want to. I ain't gonna be on it. Excuse me. Excuse me, clearing my sinuses. I ain't gonna be on it. So, y'all enjoy that, because they gonna heavily monitor, because it's gonna be a US based app, like I said. So, I'm not worried about it. Just do you, y'all. Do what makes you happy and celebrate life as much as possible, because all this other shit is trying to, oh no, don't do that, you're sad. And y'all, most people gonna get to the point where they gonna want to revolt, and they waiting on our reaction so they know how to react to our reaction when it's action, but they don't know how to react when we chilling. That's the difference. since all these people are chilling and, you know, doing more inner work and tuning into themselves, they don't know how to react. That's why they gotta keep pumping fear-based shit at you all the time. I gotta show you this man, adios, and I gotta show you this person burning up this building. I gotta show you this, and this, because when people realize how much power they got, then you could turn they shit off. Like, it's just like, if everybody didn't spend $1 for a day, one day, everybody in the country just said, you know what, no dollar day. You don't spend nothing. You know how many companies would go bankrupt in a day? In a day. But, you know, some people are so used to the system. If the system wasn't here, what would you do? I tell people too, if the internet ever turned off, what would you do? So I keep that in mind too. If electronics were to turn off, what would you do? You know, so it's just something to think about. And it's not like we can't use technology. It's just that we do it spiritually. But, you know, we do what works best. How do you feel about Texas and North Carolina flooding? I ain't gonna lie. To be honest, I've shown people 200 plus patents on weather manipulation. I've even showed people the hurricane machine that they have in Florida. So, I'm just saying, you know. But also, the Earth is going through an evolution as well. So they want to make it look like they doing the shit, but the Earth is fighting back against the frequencies and all the sounds and all the 5G towers and all the weather anomalies. Mama Gaia, Mama Tiamat, Mama Kai fighting back. You get what I'm saying? So she tired. She tired of all this other bullshit. What about the old gods, the ancestors? The ancestors sitting inside of you right now. So when you say ancestors, most people just imagine an ancestor above them looking down. Your ancestors sitting in your DNA. Some of you are becoming an ancestor, whether you know it or not. Some of you are becoming the elders for your bloodline now. Earth is hurting. She is. And now she's going through metamorphosis. She's saying she's just like a caterpillar right now. She going through her cocoon stage. And now all this other stuff they've been doing, it's like you can vibrate with me or you can stay where y'all at. It's up to you. But I'm going to keep doing what I do. So she moving regardless. I be trying to figure out if it's the government or the mother. So what you should do, if you're trying to figure out if it's the government or Mama Gaia or Mama Tiamat, is just go outside and sit with the trees. The trees are the original internet. The wisest, some of the wisest beings besides water on this. Water, mushrooms, and trees are some of the oldest ancient beings on this mud that have wide knowledge. That's why water retains memory, right? So if all water has memory in it and water's been around for millions of years, I would think it would be an ancient being. Same thing with the trees. The trees are original internet. Like you can ask a tree questions. You can put your forehead on the tree and ask it a question. Air too. The air's been around for what, trillions of years, millions of years too. Air, fire, water, ether, they all been here for a long time. So you can ask questions for the trees. If y'all don't know, I know that's gonna sound strange, but the trees are the original natural Google. Trees are like natural Google. And the ether is the cosmic Google. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're a part of the earth and you're naturally a part of the earth, then you'll connect to animals, you'll connect to birds, babies, plants, because the chemical composition between certain humans and trees are almost the same compound.
It's literally the same compound. I love talking to the trees while hiking because the trees listen. So when you see the branches and the trees, on the leaves on the branches are like ears to us, and the trunk on the trees is like eyes. They don't see you how I'm seeing you right now. They see us in like aura and energies. So if trees and stuff fuck with you, they'll communicate with you. So I'll give you an example. I've done it on 2 lives where I went to my tree and I said, "Tree, if you can hear me, move your branches towards me." There was no wind blowing. There was nobody around but me. I moved my camera all the way around. And I said, "If you can hear me, move your branches." And the branches went right towards me like this. And I've done that 2-3 times on a live. You know what I'm saying? The leaves hear sound too, just like your plants. If you grow something like fruits or vegetables or whatever else you grow, if you play like classical music has a lot of solfeggio frequencies. So you'll see the leaves start to shake like this whenever you play some frequencies. So you can play frequencies for your trees, and if they like the sound, you'll see the leaves move. They used to dance. Like, I know this gonna sound strange, but the trees used to sing and dance. Like, you remember the cartoons like Looney Tunes, when you would see the trees moving and dancing? They do that. They really do that. How do you connect deeper with these things? A lot of people always ask, how do you connect? How do you do this? All of it is written in your body. If it's not written in your body, you may or may not be artificial. So the easiest way to connect is just to be outside. That's the easiest way. Another way is, take you some herbs. Herbs come from the earth, so when you take certain herbs, it help you connect more with earth. And I'm just saying, I walk past the same trees every day, place my hand on them and tell them I love them. I do the same. I know some people will say that sound crazy. I posted a video that shows you when you put your feet in the ground, it removes static electricity and gives you extra electrons in your body. And I show people this. I showed another video of a man had, you know how you have your breaker box at your house? This man had a breaker box on a tree, and he had prongs inside of the tree, and he was charging something with his tree. Trees carry electricity and water. So if you ever thirsty, you can put like a nozzle on the tree for certain trees and get water off the tree, just like you can electricity. Your local library likely has a seed library for free. Shout out to Center Life. Gratitude for that. Yep. Is the feedback a whisper? The feedback is usually telepathy. So telepathy is the universal language of most beings because it's transferring light, photon energy to another's A to B, A to C, C to D, and so on. So things that have natural electric currents, babies, animals, plants, fruits, insects, the stuff that's natural has a telepathic connection. So if you ever heard of the Tower of Babel, they had one language they would use, that's telepathy. Telepathy is transferring electricity and light from one point to another point. So I'll give you an example. If you have a child, if you're a mom right now, you know what your child is doing in another room without them being there, right? You develop a telepathic connection with your child. So if something were to happen to your child, even if they were a state away, you would feel it before they even call or before somebody call you, right? Same thing with babies. When babies get around certain people, since they are closest to the spiritual realm because their souls are innocent, right? So they have a high electrical connection. Sometimes when you talk to babies, they know what you're saying. These babies know what you're saying. You could teach a baby sign language and sounds and frequencies before they even talk. Like you can be like, "You hungry?" Right? Like this, and you can teach babies and they'll be like, and they'll let you know they're hungry before they even start talking. Baobab tree reserves, baobab, yeah, tree, the baobab tree, yeah. We should now, why the soil is important, not only is grounding, but Gaia is our foundation, for real. Thinkings to exist and grow, yeah. You don't need to say anything, we're all connected to each other by heart. You have telepathy with your heart too. It's about 6 feet with people. That's one of the reasons why they separated you during the pandemic, because your heart has electrical currents that feed off each other within 6 feet, and it's also to isolate your field, because at 6 feet you can isolate a field. But I told people about that a long time ago. It's old news. We're focused on the present. So right now we're in the process of deciding where we want the world to go. And me, I want to go peace, happiness, chilling, bliss, love, and relaxation. Because all this other shit they doing, throw it over there. I'm chilling, eating sour gummy worms, watching the orbs. We need each other whether we like it or not. I mean, even though we need each other, there's some beings on here that keep forcing division and all this extra shit, but I also get that there's some beings who've been oppressed this whole time too. A lot of beings, especially, but the oppression is like hiding history, hiding artifacts, hiding buildings, condemning beings to be a certain direction or a certain way. You get what I'm saying? It's just like it get to a point to where it's like enough is enough. And been watching for all this time, and there's beings who've been here, Anunnaki and all kinds of beings who have taken physical form and seen this motherfucker, and they volunteered to come here to raise this vibration up. The rest of the universe is pretty chill and mellow. It's just they want you to be so scared and frightened of everything in the world so they can continue to feed off your lower densities. So when you talk about density, it's like your wavelength. If your wavelength is always anxiety, sadness, pain, depression, it makes you a more solid being. Your solidity is what we call carbon. As you become more light, you move to crystalline light version of yourself, which is like you at a higher electrical density for yourself. Can you talk about dreams? Dreams aren't dreams. They call them dreams, but you actually go to alternate realities of yourself. When you astral travel, you travel inside of yourself. Because if you have a universe inside of yourself, you astral travel. That's why they call it universe. Uni is one. And most people, when you hear the term one, it's like unity. Instead of uni, it's more like unity. You get what I'm saying? Unity verse. A verse is a section of. So when you go to sleep, you go to a section of your universe, how your consciousness is produced and how your consciousness expresses itself. How can you even astral project? So you can listen to a theta frequency from 4 to 8 hertz and sit still for 10 to 15 seconds. You can also, depending on what you're doing, you can take Harataki, Blue Lotus. There's a lot of stuff you can do. You can sit still, close your eyes, and astral project. It just depends on how open this is and how far you are on your journey. Do demons exist? So demons are another part of you. It's a negative polarity version of you personified as an actual thing. So when you know how you see the angel and the devil on your shoulders, both of them are you, and they're trying to give you the best perspective to take through their polarity. So you get what I'm saying? So you have the angel and the devil on your shoulders, but it's both of them are you. That's why they look like you. The more knowledgeable you become, the more depressed you are. It's truth, but a past, present, and future. Not really. I mean, some people tell you that. It's just you see through more stuff, and you can choose to be depressed, or you can just stay in the present and make the best out of what you have and flow as best as possible. Because there's always going to be stuff to make you depressed, anxiety, sadness. How do you react to what's happening? Your reaction is everything. Because if you always crash out on everything, your emotional and your mental intelligence might be low because you putting a punishment on yourself by being angry. You get what I'm saying? That's why you're always mad in your sternum when you're angry. It's like holding static electrical currents. It's just like, you know what? But when you learn to relax and breathe, that's one of the biggest things. Learning to center yourself and to be like, okay, all right, this is happening for me instead of to me. So how do I react? Mind over matter. It really is. I have been able to move around. It was one of the craziest things I've done in my life. It's a part of our existence. You're supposed to astral travel, and you do it every time you go to sleep, whether you remember it or not. All these other realities are other versions of you, and you just experience and seeing like, oh shit, that's me. Oh shit, that's fucking me. Oh shit. Have you seen beings from the past, almost ancient before? Beings, the past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. So there's beings across different dimensions, realms, times, portals, and all kinds of stuff. There's beings that have been around. In terms of time, there's beings that have been around since the beginning. There's beings that have been around for trillions of years. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the ancient ones are rising up right now. That's why they're trying to drown people and do all this other stuff, because they know once they wake up, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. This whole wrap. Because when you recognize the God version of yourself, or you start to move towards that God version, it ain't nothing they can do to you. Literally. Nothing. And then when you move to higher vibration, which is consciousness density, which is basically like electric levels of awareness, your wavelength, your frequency and vibration, when you move to certain levels, they can't even perceive you anymore. They can't see you. That's why people keep telling you raise your vibration, because your cells emit a certain amount of electrical current, right, in your field. And when your field is like high vibrational, it pulsates really fast, right? So when you're in, like now, you're probably at a 6. When you're in high vibration, it moves to 9. So your field moves from 6 feet to 9 feet. And then when beings come into that field, if the energy doesn't match, so if this is moving slower, like this one's moving slower, and this is moving real fast, it'll naturally repel it away from you. So that goes for beings and everything too. So if beings don't match your vibration, they naturally repel away from you. That's why some of the stuff that you didn't get was actually meant for you not to get. Because when you didn't get it, it gave you room to get to a better version or something more than what you were just chasing. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes rejection is protection. I've seen the dolphin beings before they had a family, and I was inside their house when I was in the astral. Some beings astral travel already, and if they want to communicate with you, they'll communicate with you. Some people have been seeing different beings say, hello, hey, what's going on? Y'all starting to wake up again, starting to see, there's other places where other humans too. We're not the only set of humans. There's other humans who've already unlocked more of their brain power so they can do stuff. That's where we're moving to that point. Type 0 civilization to type 1. And then type 2 is like quantum energy healing. That's where we're moving up to too. So there's a lot of civilizations out there who can cure anything just with sound. It's beautiful. Sound, frequency, and vibration. But it looked like a regular household. Some renditions of stuff is a projection that's easy for you to understand, just like your dreams. Your subconscious sometimes will give you nightmares to personify what's going on in your life in an easy way for you to understand what's happening. Same thing with some of your dreams. Sometimes it's your subconscious talking to you and letting you know what you're seeing. But you go to other places too. If I'm fighting for my life and my dreams, who am I fighting with? Sometimes, like I said, some of the personifications of the negative polarity parts of you will be personified in a dream so that you can solve the issue. Because most of it is, at a basic level, is energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's learning your energy. So sometimes if you fight yourself in a dream, right, there's something in real life that's on your mind giving anxiety, or you're stressed or something, and it's giving you a personification of it into a being-like form, so you can be like, oh, okay, so this is what it is. You get what I'm saying? It happens sometimes. That's why when you hear the term demon, it's like the personification of the dark parts of you. You get what I'm saying? It's still you. Like I said, the angel and the devil on your shoulders, they're both you in different perspectives, and they give you the best option for their point of view in that perspective, right? And you decide how you move your energy from that point. That's just at basic fundamental level. There's more, there's obviously always more, but just basic fundamentals. When you take life and you go and you look at energy, frequency, and vibration, like Nikola Tesla said, and you start looking at life the same way, it'll help you to see through the truth of the universe and the world, right? Simple things usually are the best. Simple things work sometimes. So I'll put it to you like this: if it's simple and easy and it feels like water, sometimes that's meant for you, because it flows with your state like a wavelength, and you're matching wavelengths. So the wavelength already exists, and you're matching the wave so you can wave together. I sometimes know not in fear and dreams. Like this first time I spawned in a drama random house, and I felt it's okay. You know, something disturbing, but I wasn't scared. Just remember, if you come from the Most High, a godlike being, you don't have to worry about anything in a dream. You can just repeat, I am God. I am God. Because you're a persona, you're an expression of God consciousness. You get what I'm saying? So if you keep repeating that, or let's say you get stuck in a dream, keep asking what time it is, because there's no time and space in a dream. So if you keep asking what time it is, you'll wake up. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? So you can wake up. And it's not like everything is not, you don't always have good dreams, you don't always have bad dreams. It's just knowing how to flow with your energetic state, whatever happens, and looking at it as a learning tool. I was put on for pain. The first few nights, I swear I was attacked by entities. A lot of those types of medicines interfere with your neurons. They interfere with your brain wave patterns. Let me grab some water. I swear, water is like Sprite. Shout out to water. It's okay. Some of those interfere with your brain heavy. So when you use them for a long period of time, it dulls your senses and nerves. But I know some people need them sometimes, but there's alternatives for a lot of stuff in the world. There's always, most medicines come from some kind of natural derivative. but they put you on prescriptions to keep you on a subscription. That's what subscribing is. That means to keep you on to something over and over again. Your rent, your car note, your mortgage, all that in America is just a giant ass subscription to keep you in a wheel, to keep you moving in wheels and rat races. That's all it is. Anyway, some beings are in different polarities, and there's some beings that have what we call fallen. They just chose to go heavier in the negative polarity side. So some of them feed off of fear. Fear is their nutrition. So it's like ghosts. Whenever you go to a haunted house and all of a sudden you see the chair move, right? And you're like, right? That little reaction is like charging a battery up. And to get a bigger reaction out of you, you just gave me some of your energy. Bet I'm gonna throw a table this time. Now you're like, oh snap, there's something here. Now I'm gonna run across. And I keep doing these things in order to rile your energy up so I can eat off of it. You get what I'm saying? That's how some of these beings feed off of fear. Right? That's why they will always want to keep you in an anxiety, depression, victimization, self-harm, all these different states, because these lower states is like food for them. And then when you come to a calm conclusion with yourself, they can't eat off you no more. It's called loosh, Loosh, loosh energy. So when you start moving up to different levels, nothing they do really gonna matter. But just believe there are entities that enter us when vulnerable. Yeah, sometimes they try to enter you when you are in certain mental states, when you are doing certain things or participating in certain activities. They try to enter you and influence you and do crazy stuff, but you gotta see what you do. They call it a prison planet too, because some of y'all were like delinquents out in the spiritual side. So they were like, we got to put you in a body so that you can learn how to transmute your energy. Part of coming here too is because you can transmute a lot of energy in one place. So if you've done, let's say you was eating planets out there in the galaxies, you could come here and transmute your energy so that your polarity can go where it need to be. Some of y'all were menaces outside, so you had to come into a body. The goal is, my mother has bipolar, and I feel for real bad, but I know it's spirits. Sometimes it's just another polarity of a person. When somebody has bipolar, it's like another version of you trying to have control of the same body. That's why people will feel like two different personalities. It's the other version of that person refracting in the same body, spiritual wise, because sometimes some people have such traumatic events, it brings out another version of themselves, right? So imagine like you know how you play a game and you choosing a character, right? So imagine choosing between two characters and it's stuck in the middle. How do you find your soul mission? My heart wants to sing and forge plans. You just found your mission. You listen to your heart. So one of the biggest things here, being on this earth, is learning how to listen to your heart and knowing how to be emotionally intelligent for yourself. So one of the biggest things here is learning your path from your heart. That's why they tell you follow your heart, because your heart emits a field that's 15 times stronger than your brain. This is your first brain, this the second, and this is the third in your stomach. I'm building Quetzal's Black Wall Street in one of my towns. Congratulations, we're grateful for you, David. Whatever you want to create and you use your imagination, you're tapping into your origin power. Imagination is one of the best powers we've ever been given, because you can create whatever you want to. You know what I'm saying? Your creation power gets you closer to God, your God self, or your most high self. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to have your creativity, even if it's something small. Like, you used to doodle in school and draw those little symbols and stuff. Some of you knew alchemy and didn't even know it. Like, you draw the little S. You know how you would draw the south side S with the little point at the top? That's called the Kabbalah. You have this stuff inside of you already. How do you create in a capacity system, though? It's your creation power is not limited to anything. The capitalist, communist, fascist, it don't matter. You create what you want. It's plain and simple. Anybody try to set a limit on you, that's baloney. You come from limitlessness, so all this other stuff is just nonsense on the cool. You're an expression of the Most High, remembering that you're an expression of the Most High expressions. Celebrating. You know what I'm saying? So anything external outside of you is really just extra. I mean, we have a lot of tools, divination tools. We have tarot cards and all this other stuff. Really, you don't need none of that. Just to be honest with you, they're great tools to have. You don't need nothing outside of you. But these tools like this, I don't need to wear this, but it helps in the process to process certain things. And it's how you express your energy and the intention of your energy. That's the real key. We can use all the other stuff we want to, affirmations and all that, but it's really just you expressing your energy. How do you express your energy? Do you create? Are you aware of your energy? What do you want in your energy? You don't want this type of person no more. You don't want this type of situation no more. Just slowly start to pull it out, your energy. What I tell people is, like, you remember that claw you used to go to the arcade and pick up the stuffed animals? You take your field and you start pulling stuff out. And you do that every day. You're just like, you know what? I don't like this no more. You have that choice. You know what? I don't like this type of situation. Right? Then I'll relax, focus on not having that anymore. And the universe recognizes frequency. Frequency is just another word for consistency. If I see you consistently and your subconscious consistently feel the emotion that you put together with it, then I'll give you what you want. The universe is non-biased. It's like, I can do it. I can't do it. The universe is going to be like, yep. It's a yes man. It's a yes being. Like, yep. The whole time. What's your view on spiritual healers? My view is that, people need... Some people need other confirmation from other beings in order to heal, because it's better to come from somebody they don't know and that relates to them. And then for some people, they use it as like, you gotta buy my new course in order to reach your next level of spiritual. You just gotta find what beings resonate with you. Not everybody gonna resonate with you, and that's fine. You just gotta find who speaks to you and what works for you. Because since everybody is made differently in their expressions, you have to find the beings that are compatible with your expression. You know what I'm saying? Some people will speak a certain way. I like the way that person talk. That's my person. I like the way this person's charisma is. I like the way this person just looks with their aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. It's just how you interpret the other beings. It's just your expression of you. And the beings that are meant for you gonna find you anyway. Because your energy is a certain... Your field is everything. And the beings that's supposed to be around you is gonna be around you. The ones that ain't around you ain't around you. They're plain and simple. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all going through growing pains, and we all going through all this other shit. And it get to a point to say enough's enough. Just do what the fuck you want to do. Plain and simple. Do what the fuck you want to do. It get to a point, I'm tired of worrying about this date on this moon, all this other stuff. It's cool. And you know, if that's your calling, you do it that way. If you use tarot cards, pendulums, whatever you use. But it get to a point to where it's like, you know what? The world is going to do what the world do. So I'm going to do what I can do for me. But I'll help people along the way too. You get what I'm saying? The people your words are meant for will find them when it's time. Divine timing. That's why I say it's divine timing. Everything come right on schedule. So let it be. And there's a lot of beings. There's some people who just won't ever get you. And that's okay. If they don't get you and they say you're crazy, what you're talking about, it's because it's not their time to wake up. Think of it as like you have a timer. Like, you know how you have the cooking timer? You have a specific cooking timer set up for you by your higher self. No matter if you try to speed up their timer or not, that timer is going to go off exactly how their higher self set it up for themselves. You can try to speed it up, but they're going to wake up when they wake up, because how their expression is their expression. But you can wake up other people, but it's not your job to do so. You can help in the process, but it's not your job to do so. That's something I had to learn too. As much as I want to help everybody is gonna do what they do when it's time. You know, we want to help people and we want to see this place rise, but you know, you still gotta do you too. I spent a majority of my life helping other people. I've been helped too. You know, the energy matches. Sometimes you gotta retreat in your shell so you can wind up on a new beach, new environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. So if you need to take a break from people, take a break for a little while. I know we always talk about collective and stuff, but sometimes you need to take a break. You know, you want to be like, I'm love and light. I get love and light, but sometimes it's like I'm trying to light something, you know. I'm trying to light something into you. But it just depends on how your expression is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just be happy when you when you want to. So Ruby, you know, be happy, experience your emotions, bliss, enlightenment, joy, gratitude are high vibrations. Those are like top-notch vibrations. There's a book right here called Becoming Supernatural. In this book, there's a page that shows you the different wavelengths. I'm gonna show you something right here. It's called the Scale of Some Emotions. I'm gonna mirror the video so you can see. Hold on. Right? So, hold on, let me switch it this way. Okay, so if you look here, excuse me, I'm trying to put it where you can see it. So if you look here, bliss, freedom, love, joy. Let me move it forward. Freedom, bliss, love, joy, gratitude, will, your power for yourself, control. These up here, hold on. These up here, my bad. It's hard to show these. Hold on, let me flip it. Let me flip the camera. I think that'll be easier. Here we go. Wow. Yeah, so if you look right here, as bliss, freedom, love, joy, appreciation, gratitude, will, power, control. See, these top are your elevated emotions. So when you look at that, you see bliss, freedom, and love at the top. This is a high vibration. This moves you to your crystalline light self right here at those waves. Same thing with joy, appreciation, gratitude. That keeps you in high waves. But when you look at anger, fear, guilt, shame, suffering, victimization, pain, lust, it slows you down. You see that? Those are slower waves. That's you. you're a wavelength, right? And when you get stuck in the waves, what happens? You start repeating the same process. That's you right now. That's why you focus on the now, so you don't wind up in the same fucking loop over and over again. The easiest way to break through the matrix is to stay in the present. The past is a lesson, and the future doesn't exist yet. So when you make your present decisions, that's what determines the future. And since future, so think of the future as like branches on a tree. Whatever decision you make today will determine where your awareness goes in the infinite version of yourself. So if it's a tree and you decide to go this path, these other three are still going, but you're aware of this path because this is the one you chose. The universe splits, but all these are just you. They're other versions of you too experiencing. This is called Becoming Supernatural. Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's a really good book to just give you at least a basic understanding of wavelengths and energies, so you can learn more. This is a really good book, especially if you're just starting off in a spiritual journey, or even if you're religious. This is a good book. This is called the Caduceus or the Caduceus. This is on the side of ambulances. This is an alchemaic symbol, and this is also the Kundalini, because this is your pineal gland. This is your crown, right? This is your energy, and your wavelength goes all the way up to your pineal gland. The snakes wrapped around is your DNA, or your energetic DNA, and you have Kundalini awakenings that happen. They go right up your spine, right? You have a Kundalini awakening, is what they call, is a crystals or a chrism liquid that goes up from the bottom of your spine all the way to your crown, and then right back down. That's why it's in a spiral formation. It's also known as a Fibonacci sequence. So let me show you something. So if you look at the brain, this is it right here. You know what's funny? I didn't even know what page this was on, and I turned to the page and it went right to the photo. Right there. Cerebral spinal fluid. I didn't even turn on the page. That's how you know you following the path you're supposed to be on. Right there. That liquid goes down your spine. It goes up your spine, around your brain and your pineal gland. Your pineal gland right here. That's why I look like the horse eye. Looks like the horse eye. Goes up your spine, goes through your vertebrae to clear stagnant electrical currents. That liquid is like all your vertebrae are attached to your nervous system, and your nervous system is attached to your energy system, your bong hand or meridian system. So sometimes when you have static electrical current, that liquid will go up and it'll start clearing. It's like a reset button in order to help you clear stuff out. So every 7 years, for instance, your body goes, your cells change. Your cells compress all the energy data, the energy experience that you've experienced, and it compresses it into a new version. So let's say you had 3 pages of you, right? In 7 years, those compress so you can have one new page. You know what I'm saying? And that happens every year on your birthday too. Your solar return or your birthday, all your energetic data is compressed, right? That's why usually before your birthday or before your solar return, you'll start to have memories of all the other birthdays you've had, or you'll have memories of stuff you did the year before or stuff. It's because you're compressing energetic data inside of your DNA. The second strand they call junk is basically your universal memory card. And when you put and every year, what they call a solar return is that you're on a grid, right? So you're on a grid. So let's say this is a grid, right? Your light was at a certain point, right? Your light was at a certain point. It turned around and came back to that same point, right? If the Earth is a torus or toroidal field, you're a line on it. So think of it like a giant grid. So a grid shaped like this, right? A circle. You're one of those lines on the grid. So, anyway, I be talking. I just be yapping. Junk DNA is your universal memory card. So if people ever call it junk, just think of it as like your cosmic USB. That's the easiest way to describe it. It got your ancestors' memories inside of it, the genome sequences, epigenetics of your bloodlines sitting in that thing. For y'all who don't know what that is, basically you have the emotions, the feelings of your ancestors inside of you. Some of your habits that you have come from some of your bloodline. The reason why you do things a certain ways because your bloodline is used to doing that. Your energetic bloodline, or your bloodline, your actual bloodline. What's the best way to access that DNA? Sitting with yourself, sitting in the dark. Sitting in the dark, just closing your eyes and sitting in the dark. Easiest way to access that for yourself. I can't tell you what's inside of your creation because you were created in a special like your consciousness was created in a special way. So I can be like, hey, you do this, but when you sit still, you might get different results. Most people think meditation is just sitting in place. The more still you are, the easier it is to access. But you can meditate washing dishes. You can meditate cooking. It's when you reach a flow state. And it's also when you match your breath to the flow state. When you put those two together, then you reach a meditative state. You know what I'm saying? So you can be playing basketball. You know how runners run and they get that runner's high? That's like their flow state. Same thing for you. Some of y'all paint. Some of you like play with your children. That's your meditation. Some of y'all like to draw. You know what I'm saying? Some of you just find what works best for your creation. Good technique called no mind. Do you know it? The no mind or selflessness is basically you sit still. Your thoughts will run for a while. You just keep breathing and focusing on your breath, and you relax, let the thoughts run in your brain, and then you just sit still. It's different when I got quiet, right? You could hear the surrounding, you could hear everything around you. It's because you tune into yourself. The stiller you sit, it's easier to tune into yourself. That's why I tell people you should take 10 minutes a day just to sit with yourself. No music, no cell phone, no nothing. So if you like in the restroom, turn the light off and just sit on the toilet. Or if you're in your car, sit in your car 10 minutes. Just nothing. Just sit still and just focus on your breath. Or if you by a tree in the water, you go swimming, swim by yourself, close your eyes and just breathe. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes, that's all you need. And the more you do it, the easier it is to start talking to your higher selves. Does listening to Hertz music help while sleeping? It does, because solfeggio frequencies help you to tune into your universe inside of you. So solfeggios are 369. So I'll give you an example. 432 hertz. When you add up the numbers, it's called numerology. You add up all the numbers till you get a single digit. So if you add up any solfeggio, it'll equal 3, 6, or 9. 432 is 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 528, 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. 1 plus 5 from the 15 is 6. You get what I'm saying? 963. 9 plus 6 is 15 plus 3, 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. Any frequency that equals 369 is solfeggio. But there are other frequencies that are good for your body that aren't solfeggio too. But those will always equal 3, 6, or 9. 2042 frequency. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 2. Oh, wait. It's 20. No, I was right. Yeah, 2046. Because that, yeah, 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Yeah. Are we in a soul farm? It's not a soul farm. You're learning how to reconnect and re-remember your God form. Sitting in the dark still, tune in, activate the genome ancestral codes. You got some real wisdom. I'm alright. All I do is just pay attention. Pay attention to the stuff you want in your life, and this other stuff you don't, just turn it off. This is your radio station. This is a radio station and a projector. Whatever you don't want, you can turn it off. you can turn some shit off. Open up all your centers, channels, all that energy to your highest chakras. Exactly. Your energy centers help you to reflect your biofield, your electric biofield, or what we call your aura. The more you open them up for yourself, the easier it is to project. Is the age of Aquarius real or BS? It's real. This is the age of knowledge and light. Good and bad knowledge is coming out. It's just, how do you discern it, and how do you use it for your creation? How do you use it? It could be good or bad for you. It just depends on how you're using it. I like your content. Gratitude. Does it mean anything to be an Aquarius in the age of Aquarius? It's just your age. All the other zodiacs had an age at one point too. Leo, Scorpio, all of them. And, you know, most people be like, I'm this, I'm that. You're all of them. You're the 13th zodiac too, Ophiuchus. If y'all don't know how to say it, it's Ophiuchus. You're the 13th zodiac too. You're all of them. All of them are basically like your zodiac signs. They're on ley lines, which are high energy, high magnetism points. Some people say they're civilizations and galaxies where you're from too. They're also incarnations of electrical currents. So for instance, I'm a Leo right now, right? So in this current incarnation, I needed bravery, courage, the ability to find to be a leader and be strong. Some of you, depending on which horoscope you in right now, they have electrical properties that you're embodying right now. That's why you relate to your horoscope so much, because right now your incarnation is using the qualities from that energy in order to help your soul re-remember and grow again. Does that make sense? That's why I say you all the zodiacs. You're all of them. People really get hung up on that stuff, but it's good. It's a great reference tool, for real. It's a great reference tool, but you got to see it as a reference tool. I'm a Pisces, so I gotta act like an asshole. If you do shit like that, then you completely fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Cancer, I'm crazy, shit like that. That's just extra shit. How can everyone believe in energy but still be trying to destroy a single person's life? Hey, some people take longer to learn than others. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is on point with it. If somebody wants to continually try to destroy a person's life, some people will continue to allow that energy in their field. It get to a point to where you gotta say enough's enough. I'm cool. I'm good on that shit. You got it. If you want to act like you act, you can be by yourself. And I just tell people, no, it's just a responsibility to protect your energy. Sometimes people keep allowing somebody to destroy their life because they have a trauma bond with that person. And if they're not doing something towards them chaotically, it feels foreign for them to have peace. Some people who grew up in chaos, when they get peace, it feels like a foreign thing. So they have to be the creator of the chaos in order for them to feel normal. And it happens a lot. There's a lot of people out here trauma bonded and don't want to leave a certain situation because they develop, oh man, I will never find another person like this. This is the only person that's gonna fuck with me. And there's thousands of other versions of beings out there that would fuck with you. Remember that movie, The 13th Warrior? Facts. Do the Watchers exist? How you personify your existence? Yep. There are beings watching us. Facts. But, you know, we use a lot of terms in the physical to describe things, but when it comes down to it, it's energy, frequency, and vibration. We label a lot of stuff, but in certain like extraterrestrial cultures, they don't have certain words for stuff like we do. It's mostly just transference of light between other beings. Like we have this knowledge together. You have no, there's nothing wrong with it. But it's like we have this certain knowledge and we're trying to spread it in the way we know, because how we talk to each other, we're just trying to spread it how we know. But a lot of this stuff outside of here really don't matter. Excuse me. A lot of issues we have here, it don't really matter. It's energy, frequency, and vibration. That's literally, I'm gonna keep telling y'all that, bro. If you look at life with energy, frequency, energy is how much you put in, vibration is the action, frequency is consistency, and energy is how much you putting into it. You know what I'm saying? So you're a watcher, I'm a messenger. There are beings who will come and help. I'm a messenger. That's all I do. I just tell you stuff. What you do with the stuff is your business. They have beings that are watchers that come and watch and see what y'all up to too. All your trees around you, they watch you. It's a giant internet. They have what's called a mycelium network, like mushrooms do. It's a giant YouTube. On the cool, nature is a giant ass YouTube. All those flies and stuff you see, monitoring spirits. What do you do when you monitor something? Just saying. Oh man, what y'all doing up so late? All these people can't sleep. Why don't you go get some? Look, since y'all up, somebody gonna make some cookies. You already up. You might as well, somebody, hey, y'all got some juice? Somebody made some cookies. It's 3 a.m. Y'all know y'all want a snack too. I ain't the only one sitting here want something. Go make some snacks, somebody. 8:05 in Scotland. Make some snacks. Shoot. It don't matter where you from. Make some snacks. It's time for some toast. Make some buttered toast. Hello from Cheeto Vibes. Oh yeah, it's great to see you. There's a bunch of beautiful people around, man. We all celebrating life in different ways. But yeah, celebrate, man. Use your imagination. All this other shit, say fuck it. Fuck them hoes. Man hoes and hoes. If it don't make you laugh, happy, or make you nut, fuck it. I mean, just to be honest with you. 2 a.m. Birmingham, Alabama. Ooh-wee. I know it must be country out there. You must have your hillbillies playing banjos out now. No, they playing jugs. I'm just kidding. Alabama is beautiful. You know, it's crazy, but it's beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful people. So I heard Scotland was beautiful too. Y'all be playing The bagpipe. Wake up. Oh man. You at the beach at 3 a.m.? What you doing out there? You finna be making some content, huh? At the beach. Late nights by the moon. Looking at South Carolina. 3 a.m. What y'all doing up there? What y'all do in South Carolina? Y'all go fishing? You might see some people out there fishing in South Carolina. I'm eating cake. Why you being selfish? I'ma need a slice. New York, y'all, that's Grand Theft Auto. Y'all always on. You don't even have to worry. Grand Theft Auto is New York. They 24/7. They like IHOP in New York. Having some cayenne pepper water. Man, you want something spicy this late? You got some stuff going on. You like, man, fuck these folks, man. Cayenne water. Mudding is fun. I've been mudding before. It's pretty fun. I got cake and ice cream, shit. Baltimore, so you had bullets and ice cream. No. You had bullets and you was like, I'm gonna go get some ice cream. You had to go out looking like Rambo. Oh, you at Middle Beach in South Carolina? That's nice. I want to go to a beach at 3 a.m. and walk with no clothes on. That's cool. But we listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. I'm just kidding. Oh, man. But it's all right, y'all. It's 1 a.m. where I'm at right now. I'm finna go relax, man. I gotta go clean up tomorrow talking to y'all. Y'all made me not fold my bed sheets. So now I gotta go fold my bed sheets tomorrow because I'm asleep in them hoes tonight. Just looking at the bed like, yep, I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm about to get in it anyway. You can make it up tomorrow type shit. I'll make it up tomorrow type shit. It's already there. I might as well just go ahead and rest my head. Ooh, I'm getting some new pillows next week. I'm so happy. That melanin is popping. You can see my other melanin for only $7.99. Yeah. Type shit. No. That'd be some shit. Yeah. You got the spirituality. Now you about to see the rest. Looking at no. That's how them old commercials used to be on the television. You're like, yeah, you want to have a good time? Call Candy. $5.90. 1-800 Backbreakers. And it was look, I'm gonna show you what everybody, head down, pussy popping, head down, and then you hear footsteps. Hold on, let me turn the channel real quick. You hit that button that switches the channels. Now, what you watching? Why you up? I'm just watching cartoons. You should be in bed. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Put the cover up. Head down. Pussy pop. Oh, damn. Anyway, I just want to end it. Yeah, I know. Somebody came in. You gonna turn the channel real quick. Click. What you watching? I'm watching CBS. CBS? This late? They look at your bill. Why is there a call for 1-800 Backbroken on this phone bill? Who the fuck calling 1-800 Backbroken? Oh man. We all live some funny ass childhoods, but you know you didn't did that at least one time. Nah, help us. But anyway, I'm grateful for all y'all. I'm glad we got to chat about some stuff late at night with y'all non-sleeping asses. Insomnia having asses. It's okay. If you can't go to sleep, you should meditate with yourself. or go take a doo-doo, because sometimes you might just be stopped up, and when you go take a doo-doo, you'll realize that you was sleepy the whole time, but you was holding it. Or go get you something to eat. Sometimes, you know, you be like, I'm on a diet. Go eat that slice of cake. Go get that pie. Go get that pie. You gonna go to bed anyway. You might as well go to bed happy. Motherfuckers gonna have a box of cookies. Man, he said, I might as well eat these hoes. I'm up. Anyway, I'm finna lay it down, man. I've been up all day. I gotta go make some movies with myself. So, starring me, with me, and Hannah. Fellas, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. I'm just joking. I'm not. But I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Y'all get y'all some rest. Go follow my YouTube, VIA Energy Healing. You can go see a bunch of other stuff I got over there. Enjoy yourself. Relax. Have grand evening or grand rising, depending on where you're from. We just joking. Y'all take care. I gotta go doo-doo.